Hi, everybody. Welcome to the very first meeting of the Collaborate Zone. We are gathered here. We have 4 people. I am Laura Fox. I am one of the founders of the Collaborate Zone. And I want to introduce you to Melinda. Magical. She's there really, just because
Hello, I'm here.
her name.
You look so good, Melinda.
I got rid of all those wrinkles. Yeah.
And Terry is also one of our founders and helpers and people that you can ask questions and that kind of thing. And we are here to help you. So that is our C-Zone crew. The overall vision of the Collaborate Zone is truly just a collaboration. We want everyone to be able to come together, and if you have questions or you want to run something by the group, you have some tools, you have some tips you want to share. It's a little bit different than a networking group. Of course, we want to learn about you. We want to learn about your business, because my hope is that we do refer each other. We do have a website that we can refer others to help each other grow your business. But I wanted this to be more like the behind the scenes thing, where we're helping each other. We have somewhere to go for support. We always have friends. If you have a new pitch that you want to run by, you can run it by us. If you have questions, somebody with all of our years of experience can figure out something. We all have different uplines and leaders and books and courses that we've taken. So in our heads, we have a bunch of knowledge, and I want this to be a place that we can share that. And for me, I'm a very super duper shy person. So even doing this is really outside my box. And so this is really great to be able to practice doing videos and that kind of thing, and actually having it being recorded. And so I wanted that to be kind of like the place. So we will have a mastermind type meeting once a month, and then another meeting later in the month to maybe discuss a really cool video that we found and maybe discuss it, or a book that we're reading, maybe some kind of book club, that type of thing. Or just a check-in to see how everybody's doing, if they need anything, that sort of thing. Maybe if you need an accountability partner outside of your business, one of us can be that for you. So that is basically, in a nutshell, what the Collaborate Zone is. I did put a web link on our group page, and on there is kind of like an overview and some of the tools that we have to help you. So if you want to read through that, if you have any questions, please reach out to me or Melinda or Terry, and maybe we can, maybe we'll think about answering it. No, we will answer it for you.
I didn't catch that.
Oh, sorry, Siri. I don't want you either. So that's it in a nutshell. So I kind of wanted to have maybe a little bit of a theme for the year, and something that really struck me this year actually was, I was watching a comedian. He's the guy that plays the dad on that 80s show. What is that? I've never seen it, but he's a comedian. He plays a dad. I guess he's in his underwear a lot. Oh shoot, I can't remember his name, but I can try and find it. It was on Netflix. Anyway, when he was talking, he said that he had gone through a divorce, but he was losing some weight and that type of thing, because he goes, you would die for your kids. At any time, you literally would die for your children. But in retrospect, how many of us really live for them? And that just hit me like a ton of bricks, because how many of us really do live for our children? Are we taking care of ourselves so that we can live for them? Are we succeeding in business so that we can live for them? We're showing them every single day by our actions how to live. They're watching every single little thing. Like my nieces, I don't have kids, so my nieces watch me. Mm-hmm. And I want to truly live for them. Of course, I would die for them. That's a no-brainer. But I have not been living for them. So that's kind of like the little theme for the year is what can we do to really live for our family, for our friends, and take better care of ourselves, really get and do our businesses and become maybe financially more secure, and just actually kind of like feel good about ourselves. Because when you start feeling good about yourself, that radiates to everything. I mean, you're unstoppable then. So I want everybody to take some time and think about what it really means for them to live for them. Live for, you know, the people in your life. And then the other thing, I'm reading this book called Good Morning, Good Life by Amy Landino. She has a YouTube channel that I came across. I've been doing a lot of YouTubing. I've been following a lot of flight attendants because I always thought that would have been my life had it not gone the way it did. It would have been really cool. Anyway, so in the course of my YouTubing, I came across Amy Landino, and she's just really connected with her. But this is a really good book. So another thing I think that we need to really focus on is having really good morning routines and evening routines, which I never did. I was the kind of person I got up an hour, maybe 45 minutes before I had to get to work and rushed around and did everything really quick. How about you, Terry? Are you the get up and have some time to do stuff type of person?
I've been making it a thing. I've always kind of gotten up early. I just automatically do. I don't even need an alarm clock. But now I've been putting an alarm clock setting, and then I plan out, my devotional, and then I'll read, and then I do my budget, and then get ready and so forth. So I try to get up early enough to do all that first before I get going with the day.
How about you, Eve?
I've struggled with that for many years, and I have now a business coach that taught me about calendar mapping and planning out things. And I've just recently figured out that by planning things out, they just happen, or they don't just happen because they're planned. So they happen. And if I knew that trick many, many years ago, I would have saved myself a lot of time. And
Amen.
Just being organized is more of, a reflection on me taking my business more serious. And I'm able to have everything I jot down. If it doesn't happen that quickly, I just need to know how to navigate my course a little bit more. But the calendar mapping has really helped me in organizing my thoughts and my dreams and my ideas of how I want my life to go, instead of just being like a children of the 60s and just like, I'll wing it. That doesn't work for me anymore. And there's a lot of time and money wasted because I'm not organized and I'm not making clear decisions on what I want.
Yeah. I watched a video today about the very successful people like, Bill Gates and those and they live by their calendar. If it's not on the calendar, then it doesn't exist. And they say they really don't have to-do lists. They put it on the calendar and they schedule it. How about you, Melinda?
Well, since I work at home, I don't really have to get ready to go anyplace, but I do have my alarm set at 7:30. And I tend to, I've got the dogs that sleep with me. So in the morning, it's kind of stay in bed, but start working. So while I'm still in bed, I'm, checking my emails, checking the bank. I have some Anthony Robbins. I have an Anthony Robbins book right next to the bed, and a John Haremza book. So I'm, have my reading for the morning, and I usually get up out of bed about an hour after I wake up and start those things. And then I get up and get myself ready, and I put on makeup just because I don't like looking at myself without it. But I go into my home office and I sit there for the next, work for about 3 or 4 hours. Then my husband comes home. And then I have to rest my back for a couple hours every afternoon. And then I get up and I work in the evening, another 3 or 4 hours. So it kind of gets split up during my day. But I really do need to concentrate more on this calendar mapping. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And make myself follow that.
Amy Landino talks about what she does is calendar blocking and time batching. So she has a couple of good videos on that kind of thing, where she has specific days where she films her videos. So on those days, she knows she's going to do the full makeup. What else can she do on those days? So maybe she'll meet up with have some appointments at a coffee shop, that type of thing. So she'll plan to do her videos and that kind of stuff on those days that she puts on the full makeup and that type of stuff. So that's like time batching. And so I would Paige, she has like 8 kids or something.
The book again so we can see it.
Good Morning, Good Life.
Good Morning, Good Life. Okay.
Oh, and if you ever give a book as a gift, here's a little tiny tip. Is a nice thing to do also is to give that person a highlighter and a pen. Because, I'm highlighting stuff in here. And highlighters you could probably buy in a box really cheap. And then a pen. I've written in here too. So just to have a pen handy, that type of thing.
That's good.
So yeah. So then I just started this tonight. So this is a little thing that I got from 31. So this is my my new book reading kit. So I have my highlighters and my pens, and then Sharpies to write on little tabs, And then I just put my book right in here. So I have it all together, and then I have my a notepad too. So I just carry that around with me. So I have it all together, because you always need a pen, you always need a highlighter, as long as it's your book. If you're loaning out a book, or you borrow a book, don't be highlighting it, because you're going to be returning it. That's when you want to just snap a picture and then highlight the picture, maybe if there's something that really, got to you. Yeah, so she has some really good things on calendar blocking. I will. Oh, there you are. Hi.
Oh, it's showing right in my office. My gosh, look at all that mess.
Mine's the same. I have everything hiding out of the.
I don't have all the sides showing.
In our Facebook group, I will also add another lady. I can't think of her name, but she's. What is that?
Oh, it's my car.
Me? Oh,
no, it's
okay.
Car.
There's another lady that talks about calendar batching as well. I will post that in there. She does a really good job explaining it. She's pregnant with twins with her. I think they're kids number 7 and 8, and she looks like one of those people that totally has her life all together. I mean, she's just amazing. So I'll do her, and I'll do the Amy Landino too. I think her name is Paige. You probably recognize her one night. Anyway, all right. So I've done a little list of all the things that I wish were in my morning and evening routines. And they aren't. I'm getting there. But so some of mine are, I drink a supplement, ASEA, every morning, and then Huey Care. Huey comes first. He needs his water, food, and if you don't give that bunny his banana, there's heck to pay. And then I want to start living by my calendar because I do not live by my calendar. I wing everything. Tom and I planned on going to a movie last Friday. I put it in my calendar, but did I actually remember? Thank goodness Tom remembered because I already paid for the tickets and everything. He goes, oh yeah, we're going to the movie tomorrow. And I'm all, right, yes, we are, yes. And then drinking water first thing in the morning. And Amy Landino swears by lemon water. So she'll drink her lemon water first thing in the morning. Exercise, I've been doing that every morning before almost any, I start my day. I have been doing my exercising. I'm very proud of myself because I just want to get it over with for the day, you know? And then I've been doing some intermittent fasting, so I don't eat until like 10 or 11. Superfood, coffee, and then morning pages. That's another thing that Amy Landino speaks about. There's a book called The Artist's Way, and I don't know who it was by, but in that she talks about writing first thing in the morning, 3 pages, 3 full pages. Even if you're just writing blah, 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 just write it out. Get everything out of your head. Just dump everything out. And so my little twist on that is to do 2 pages. So I'm talking about full pages like this, like line pages. And just do 2 pages. And then later on in the day, when you have some free time, review your notes and just do a summary of anything that's really good. Like, wow, I'm pretty smart. This is a genius idea. I'm going to do this for marketing or whatever. Or, oh yeah, I wrote down that I need to tell my mom something. Let me call her now. And then throw away those pages so you don't get like, shred them or give them to Huey to eat. He'll destroy them for you. And then just keep that one summary page of some really good ideas, And then if you can keep filling up this. If you have no good ideas for the day, that's okay too. Just
gives you a clue that you need to start thinking better, huh?
Yeah. Just keep an ongoing summary list, so you can review. Those are the things that you want to review, or those are the things you're going to move to your calendar, or those are the things that you're going to, if you're a to-do list person, put on your to-do list, or those are the things that you're going to share in the collaborate zone or with your team, those kinds of things. So those are morning pages, and everybody, we need to start getting up early enough to do some of these things. And then prayer, meditation. A lot of top people meditate in the morning, 20 minutes. I don't know if I could. Oh, very good, Eve.
I do an hour.
Oh my God. Read something. And then another thing that Amy Landino does is she writes out her goals every day. So I don't know, she has 3 or 5 top goals or something, and she writes those out every day. So she's doing her morning pages. I believe that's what she does. She writes them out every single day. She also does bullet journaling. So if you start watching her videos, she'll be talking about bullet journaling as well. And then for me, I'm going to write out my why every day. I finally got that zoned in, and I know what my why is. That's actually putting a little bit of a fire under my tush.
We just talked about that, huh?
Yeah.
We're just talking about that, about trying to figure out what our why was.
Oh, very good. That's very important. That's your passion. That's what makes you go. Yeah. And then affirmations. Read your affirmations. Say them out loud to yourself, maybe. Put them on your mirror. So as you're getting ready, just talk to yourself. Read your affirmations. And then one of the people in the book, he actually checks how he sleeps. He has an app on his phone that tells him how he slept. My bed actually tells me how I slept with an app. Shower. I put on my gel that I have, and then my medication. So I have blood pressure medication, so I take that, and then my Volantis stuff that I take. And then getting dressed for the day is really big, because there's days I don't even get dressed because I don't work outside of the home either. Wow, I never thought I'd say that. And
It's good to say.
I think there's only one outside of the house.
Yeah.
We all work in the house.
Yeah.
And I almost didn't this year. I was already just gonna be a substitute, but I like the kids, so I'm not ready to let them go yet.
Hey, it gets you out of the house. It's important and keeps friendships and all that kind of stuff.
They
Keeps you young.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just getting dressed for the day, even if I don't go out, but that's one of my things too, is actually leave the house, even if it's just to go for a walk or maybe go to Starbucks, go to McDonald's to get coffee. And then there's another thing, speed clean, where you just set a timer for 15 or 20 minutes and just clean whatever you can for 15 or 20 minutes.
I don't know about that.
Another thing that I do, actually, even before I take care of Huey, is open the shades. So get the sunlight pouring in. And then computer work, my skincare routine, making the bed. I have to wait for Tom to get up. He's more of a night person. And then he's up in the middle of the night a lot. So I never know how much sleep he's gotten. So sometimes he gets out of bed by 9, sometimes it's 11. So I wait for him to get up and then make the bed, brush your teeth. I recently went through my phone and I sent to Costco a bunch of pictures that really mean a lot to me. So part of my morning routine is going to be flipping through those every day, just to remind me of my why and why I want to succeed. And then podcasts. So I listen to podcasts now, or I watch motivational YouTube videos when I'm working out. I have not listened to music in a long time, so I just listen to podcasts. And then another thing that Amy Landino does is she puts her phone in another room and charges it in another room and sets her alarm on it, so she has to get up to go get it. But she doesn't look at it for the first hour or so in the morning. Now I'm the kind of like today I just looked at mine to make sure I didn't miss any calls from my family or have any important texts, because I think you need to look to make sure your family's okay. And then I'm going to look at it for an hour, and it was really nice. So that might be something too that you might want to incorporate as part of your morning routine, is just putting, tucking it in at night, putting a little blankie over it or whatever, and then not dealing with it until, But I do like to look at it first thing in the morning, just really quick, just to see if there's any, earth-shattering things that I may have missed. And then evening routines are very important as well. So some of those are, Amy Landino also spoke about Maria Kondo. She did the that book, the life-changing things of tidying up or something like that. I can't remember the name.
Right.
Anyway, that was a very good book. So she empties her purse every single night. And I think that that's fantastic, because I have receipts and, all kinds of stuff that, sometimes I spit out my gum in a wrapper and there's nowhere to throw it, so I'll stick it in my purse. I mean, how many days do I have to carry that around? I mean, come on. So I've been doing that as well, just emptying out my purse every night.
That's a good
cleaning
idea.
out my car, clean out your car of all the wrappers and, that kind of stuff. And then if I know I'm going to go to the grocery store the next day, I put my reusable grocery bags in my car. No TV. That's one of my evening goals. I have not done that yet.
I haven't watched TV in probably the last month. TV.
Oh my God, good for you.
Yeah.
I have it on just because I want noise.
Yeah.
So.
Then have motivational YouTube videos instead.
Yeah. Well, I will.
When I make $50,000 a month, then I'll start watching TV again.
You won't
Yeah,
want
you won't. You'll be too busy.
Yeah. Gratitude. I think for me, I want to do my gratitude, my top 1 to 3 things I'm grateful for at night, because to me, that's when they're fresh. In the morning, I'm grateful that I woke up. That's about it. But at night, I just had a whole day's experience. So I want to then write out what I'm grateful for. Make your lunch for the next day. That's very important. Put out your clothes for the next day. That way there's so many less things than you have to worry about the next morning. Just have silence. Just be quiet. Just if, maybe you have to go out in the garage just to have, 2 minutes of complete silence. Stretch. Plan the meals for the next day. Make dinner. Clean the kitchen. Tidy the kitchen. Pet care if you have kids. Child care. Significant other care. Put on my comfy clothes. Do my to-do list for the next day or week. Just get that all out of my head so that I can sleep a little bit more peaceful. Maybe this is the time I'm going to review my morning pages and summarize anything that's good, and then get rid of the rest. Maybe have an evening wind down beverage like some tea. I'm not a tea person. Charge my devices. I always want to make sure my devices are charged in case there's some kind of emergency in the middle of the night. I think those of us that lived in Ventura County know that at any time you might be evacuated or whatever.
Right.
Put out anything you need for the next day. Is there going to be a potluck at work? Are you bringing a coworker something to borrow? Or you get to bring back an item that you borrowed? Your kids' backpacks, anything like that. Maybe even just stick it in your car if you can so you don't forget it. And then you could do another speed clean if you want. Before bed, maybe read something inspirational. You could journal your day. Jot down 3 to-do items, blah, 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 drink water. Text 1 to 3 people just to say hi. No agenda, just checking in. Social networking, computer time. Make sure a notebook and pen are by your bed because it's in the middle of the night or right before you go to sleep. You have these brilliant ideas. Tuck your phone in for the night. Make sure all gadgets are charged. Evening prayers. And then fall asleep visualizing the life you want, or visualizing the day you want the next day, or how maybe the meeting that you have to go to is going to go. Because your brain doesn't know the difference between something that happened and didn't happen. So if you visualize how you want your day to go, your brain will figure out a way for that to happen. And that's that. Anybody else have any good routines? I mean, I don't think you could do that every night because that's kind of ridiculous, but those are just some ideas.
I read a book a while back. It was, I don't remember the author, but it was, I think The Morning Miracle or Miracle Morning.
Miracle Morning, Hal Rock.
Yeah. And he talks about, if you don't have time to do stuff in the morning, just try little increments every day. 15 minutes, get up 15 minutes earlier each day if you want to get something specific done. And before you know it, you're getting up at 5 in the morning and, but you're enjoying it because it was planned and what you do during those extra 15 minutes, whether it's walking or treadmilling or journaling or whatever, it might be. It just make time in the morning for the things that you want to do that you can't fit in during the day. And a little bit of time works better.
Because you have so much better of a day where you're not running out the door all haphazard. I mean, I don't know how many times I told myself that and didn't do it. But I'm realizing now that I have some time that when I take the time to do these little things, getting up early. So again, for some reason, I'm naturally getting up between 7 and 7:15. So instead of rolling over and going back to bed, I actually get out of bed at that time. And then I have a couple hours just to myself to be able to do the things that I want to do before Tom gets up. So it's really nice. And if you have to go to bed a little bit earlier to be able to get up just even 15 minutes earlier, just to be able to fit in a couple little things, because that is your time to set your day. And how much better if you, like for me, when I went to work, it was, I didn't like it. I didn't want to get out of bed. But now getting out of bed knowing that I have this little thing that I do for myself really helps. So that's your first thing of the day. It's not going to a meeting or getting ready to go to work. It's getting ready to do something for yourself, you know? So it's much less painful to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Because it's me time.
Right. And it's kind of our job. I mean, that now takes the place of an actual 8 to 5. You know what I mean? But it's something, like you said, that we're doing for ourselves and our families and people that we love. We're doing it because we want to do it. Now it's not because we have to do it.
Yeah.
So it makes it more enjoyable. You know?
Yeah. And when you do these little rituals, it's important. You know, they say on the plane to put the air mask on yourself first. You have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of someone else. You know, and it's really true. When you lose cabin pressure, you really have to put it on yourself first, or you're not going to be able to put it on. You know, you may be able to put it on them, but now you're not going to be able to put it on yourself. So, so you do have to take it. And another thing, if you want to feel a little less guilty about it, is your kids are watching you. So if you are just always sacrificing and not taking care of yourself, then that's how they think that they're going to have to be.
That's a good point.
You know? So if you tell your kids, this is my time, then they're going to learn, oh, I have to take care of myself. Because remember, you're living for them. And part of that is showing them the right way to take care of yourself. And now they're going to take care of themselves. If that makes any sense.
Yep.
It makes a lot of sense. Because I was just telling my daughter that because she's always pretty well behaved. I never had any problems with her for the most part. But the only thing she always was she'd be envious of some of her friends when she was younger. She wanted to have what they had. And I was telling her, I always worked more than one job so that she could have those things, like those families that had a mom and a dad in the same household. And she said, I go, but that was like the only thing that I was felt pressure about. And she's trying to teach her daughters not to have that like envious spirit, you know, like, you know, it takes work, you know, and it'll take time, and just be grateful and thankful and kind and all those things, you know. And she wasn't like bratty about things, but she'd always kind of wish she had a dad in the same household, or, you know, whatever. And so she saw it differently. And I go, but Vanessa, I go, look at you. You should be so proud of yourself because you made it through college. And if you can make it through college, you can lose weight. You can do, you can budget. All those, to me, I think that's such a big accomplishment to make it through college, you know, a university, you know, you went through all that. So if you can do it, your daughters can do it, and their daughters can do it. But you have to start with you.
Yeah. And she has to take.
So if you take care of yourself,
right.
That's
right. Right. So and she's showing them how to study, how to, you know, take the time to do that. You know, another thing too is my mom doesn't really ask for anything for herself. You know, she'll have the same old whatever, you know, or she just doesn't ask for anything for herself. It's like, Mom, do you want that? No. It's like, you have to ask for stuff for yourself. You know, stick up for yourself. Ask for yourself. Like, we were just in Hawaii. Tom and I took my parents and my aunt to Hawaii, and I think I gave them that lesson after a couple drinks one night. You have to live for them, you know. So in the back of, she was way in the back of the van because she's the smallest, and she goes, you know what? I really would like a cup of coffee. I noticed that. I noticed that she asked for something for herself. I was the driver, and I was like, I almost like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn straight, we're gonna go get you a cup of coffee. All right, it wasn't a normal time for coffee either. It was like, in the afternoon or something like that. So it was like, oh my gosh, she asked for a cup of coffee. So, okay, we're going to reward her. We're going to get her that coffee. So, and my nieces are watching her. They're so close. It's like, Mom, you have to ask for the stuff you want too.
Yeah.
Because we are all watching, kids.
That's so cute.
If you don't ask for what you want, you might just get what you don't want.
Yeah.
That's right. Very good. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's absolutely true. All right. So does anybody have any good tips, tricks, apps, anything that they want to share tonight for our fellow members?
I think you just need to be okay being a little selfish. And it's not being selfish, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't be good for others. And you need, as women especially, we need to dream and teach our friends and family that they need to dream as well. And I think it's a lot of don't let society direct you on how big your dream is going to be. I mean, you're the only one who has to read whatever you're journaling, the only one that has to be accountable to yourself. And if you want to make $3 million this year, it's your own business. It's nobody else's business what you want to do. And just write it down.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen. A woman.
Excellentemente.
What about you, Melinda?
Looking at 2020, everybody's saying, get the vision of 2020.
Yeah.
It's real important.
It's so
Your
Yeah.
2020 vision on.
You have to
that tickles me every
really
time.
know what you want and have that vision. And I think writing down all this stuff, doing the calendar, I think it's all part of helping each individual person grow and become more in tune to what their vision is or what their why is, in order to make the year what you want it to be. So we start each year thinking this is the year, and then we say that the next year and the next year, like your 75 years of living a life. But I think all of the stuff that we talked about this evening is very important. And even if we can incorporate a few things here, a few things there, just like the getting up 15 minutes earlier, just a little bit each day, a little bit more each day. So you get comfortable with it, it becomes natural, and then it just becomes part of your normal routine without even thinking about it. So great ideas, you guys. I wrote down a lot. So
did I.
Good stuff.
Now I got to buy that book.
Yeah.
I have I have a lot of books right now. I've got like 3 books going right now.
That's why TV has to wait. And I think you just have to remember that this is an amazing journey. You're learning every day. You get to meet new people, new friends, and I haven't necessarily been successful in network marketing, and I have actually, through a lot of soul searching, have come to a pretty good idea maybe as to why, and I've been able to, now I'm trying to put that aside so I can move forward. But I wouldn't change any of it, because I met Melinda, I met Eve, I met Terry, I met all these amazing people who are on this journey as well, and I wouldn't change anything. If I wouldn't have network marketing, there's no way on God's green earth that I would be able to do even talk to this little green light that's up here on my laptop. There's no way. It's helped me in every aspect of my life by being able to ask for things for myself. And in just so many aspects. At work, I was able to speak up because I had experiences of just standing up and doing my 3-minute commercial or something. So with practice, you get better and better. And you realize that, you're not going to die of shyness. So just, maybe stand up and walk outside of your comfort zone. I am so shy that even sometimes leaving the house is enough to be called leaving my comfort zone. So for me to be able to do this, I owe it all to network marketing. I owe it all to my friends for having these wonderful faces and smiles and support. And that's what the Collaborate Zone is to me. It's a place to be. It's a place to have someone that has your back,
Yeah.
Because sometimes within your own businesses, maybe there's a little bit of that competition or whatever, but here there's nothing. We just want everyone to succeed. And that's that. Okay, so since there's 4 of us here, we do have a little bit of time before we close out our very first meeting for the Collaborate Zone. I would like everyone to say hello, their business name, and maybe their 10-second elevator pitch or 20-second elevator pitch. So I have mine written down. So who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Excellent.
So hello, my name is Melinda, sometimes now known as Melly, my new nickname. I am with 2 different companies right now. I started both of them 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years. And it's Global Shopping Rewards, where you can shop online and help small businesses grow. And the second one is called Valentus, which is a distributor of weight loss coffee, healthy products that can help you lose weight and get healthy at the same time. So those are my 2 passions right now, helping small businesses and helping people lose weight the healthy way.
Yay. Good job.
And where can we find out more, Melinda?
Well, you can
Melly?
go to melindamadrigal.com, or you can go to healthwealthwithmelly@gmail.com for email, or healthwealthwithmelly.com for the website.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Miss
Good job.
Terry?
Okay. I haven't done one of these in a while. Okay. My name is Terry Contreras. I am with Arbonne International. I'm a independent consultant and a district manager at the current time, soon to be area. And I am excited about what I do. I never in a million years would I think I could do something like this. And that's just to teach. I've always wanted to teach people. I've always loved teaching little kids. And now I get to teach little and big. So I'm excited about just taking care of ourselves from the top of our heads to the tip of our toes. We have everything you can imagine: hair care, makeup, weight loss, skincare. And I'm really excited to share this with everyone and anyone. Even puppies can have their hair care too. And that's it. That's who I am. And you can reach me, or you can always find me on Facebook, or you can also look at my website. It's www.terrycontreras.arbonne.com. All right. Thank you.
Oh, I'm Eve Smith. I am a serial entrepreneur. I do a lot of different things. I am a relationship marketing strategist, and I'm a pet sitter, where I ended up getting into that line of work for allowing our two-legged family members to go on vacation, and I have a staycation with the four-legged family members. And I go under a fuzzy face for pet sitting. And then my relationship marketing, I use a tool called Send Out Cards, where I reach out in kindness to people. And also I help people, that's my life, in communicating their desires. Sorry. And that's what I learned from network marketing, is how to go on the fly. Okay. So I do a lot of things because I'm a type of personality that I get bored easily. So I also, for health reasons, have become a vegan, and I help others in finding different tools in the vegan community and recipes and health related things to help them with adopting maybe some aspect of a vegan lifestyle. So I do a lot of things. I am known through family and friends as Ask Eve. I love to investigate and find out where everything is. And I just really enjoy helping people and helping them fulfill their dreams. That's really my why, is why I do what I do. I love when people succeed and go a little bit outside the box. So obviously there's more to be said. I could be contacted via email at askevecaneo@gmail.com or phone number 805-297-7211. You could text me there or leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Excellent.
Right.
And Terry, that is true collaboration right there. Very good.
My partner.
Woohoo. That's awesome. Terry gets
Your
some
battery
points.
didn't go dead.
No, it's a new car and I'm learning my bells and whistles.
Okay, Laura.
Okay. Okay. I am Laura Fox. I am with our network. Basically, we are forming a very large global network to leverage savings in as many aspects of everyday life as possible. The bigger our network gets, the more leverage we have to walk into boardrooms across America and all over the world to negotiate exclusive savings and revenue sharing for our members that are not available to the general public. So we have all kinds of different savings, from mobile phones to medication to mortgage to travel to perks such as eating out, going to the movies, all kinds of stuff, even Disneyland. Pretty soon we're going to get a bank, so we will get paid as when anyone in our network swipes their debit card. And February 1st, we're doing our launch. We're actually launching, and they promise to even have even more stuff. And actually, we're only in phase 1 of 12, so I can't even imagine what else we're going to have. So our actual product is the Savings Portal. And you can find me at lovesundaynight.com, because I want everyone to love Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that. Anyway. Well, thank you all for attending the very first meeting of the Collaborate Zone. I'm going to try and figure out how to get this uploaded to our YouTube channel. Yes, we have a YouTube channel. And and try and get this up as soon as I can, and then I will post that on our group page.
All right.
So this week, I want you to read through that website that I created, that I posted, and maybe come up with a blog post and submit that to us. You can go ahead and post something about, we have a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/czoneclub. Go ahead and like that, and then you could post something about your business on that. That would be great. And then if you have any tips, or if you got promoted, Terry, congratulations. I don't think I've ever said congratulations on becoming a district manager. That is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, so if you have book recommendations, networking opportunities, anything like that, there's a whole long list on that webpage. Please feel free to do that. And then I gave you some ideas to do blog posts. I would like to get our blog, then we could post that on the page as well, just to maybe just get a little bit, activity going. Yeah, so if you just, if you keep doing stuff for your business, pretty soon with the consistency, that's the other thing for this year is consistency. Just because you see nothing today or next week or a month from now doesn't mean people aren't watching you. So it will kick in. So anyway, everybody have a good week, a good month, and our next meeting is February 5th, I believe, February 5th. I do have a couple things I may do a live in our group just to share and give some challenges out. And that's it. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording, and then we can say goodnight. Okay.
Good night.
Night.
Night.